For parents, if your child is potentially trying to discern God's will, there's a few things you can do to help them. One is to invite them to pray to be able to understand what God wants them to do. To go to college, what sort of job, but also what their vocation is. If they're called to marriage, to pray for their potential spouse. If they're called to perhaps religious life or to be a priest, to pray for God's will. Again and again, just remind them to include God in the decisions they make. All too often, people will make decisions first and then check with God later. We want to involve God in the decisions because then, over time, Jesus wants to show us God's will. The second thing you can do as a parent is, of course, to pray for your kids. Pray that they'll be able to find the right role, the right vocation in which they're best able to use their gifts and to grow in holiness. The third thing you can do as a parent is to, ideally, expose your kids to the different vocations in the church. Most are called to marriage, and so to give them the example and stories of really the fruits of marriage and how you can grow in holiness in that vocation. But then also to expose them to the possibility maybe of being an ordained minister in the church as a priest or deacon or even as a religious sister or brother. To at least let them know that that's an option and that it would be considered as a good thing if your son or daughter decided to pursue God's will in that way. That it's a value to you as the family and the parents and to us in the church.